Maxine. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello, Dr. Noam. You're very welcome.
All right. So, Maxine, you have been doing, or you've been on a low carb pattern of eating for what are you saying? About 6 to 9 months now?
Yes, since last August. So what's that? Round about the 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Yep.
So, can you tell me why you started this kind of new lifestyle?
I started it because at the time I'd lost my husband for a couple of months ago, and I'd been neglecting my own health, and I'd been becoming a bit lazy, and I wasn't happy with myself. And I mentioned to you that I needed to do something, and you said to me, let's do some tests and see where you're at. Then you said to me, look, I think you would benefit from this program. How do you feel about giving it a go? Well, at that point, I thought, what have I got to lose? Let's try it. And that's why I did.
And that's amazing, Maxine, because, you make it sound so easy, but a lot of people, it's not as easy as that because, when we've been eating in a certain way for such a long
Oh,
time, it's quite difficult, isn't it? But I think,
you're absolutely right. Brought up by a German mother who loved to cook, and baking was her thing and it was my thing, and then having to readjust your whole way of thinking. The staples: bread, potatoes, sugar, all of those things. Yes, it took a bit of convincing my mind that I can do this. But
yes.
you know what? When it's your health, it's up to you. And you make the decision, do I want to be healthy or do I want to eat rubbish? So there you go.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. So you did the program, which was basically talking about the science of low carb,
Oh.
yeah. And what were the three most important take-home points for you that you got out of that?
Right. The take-home points for me were learning the science. It's all very well for someone to tell you that this isn't good for you or that isn't good for you, but when you actually have the science in black and white in front of you, and you can read that and you can pick it up and you can go back and digest it a bit more later and think about it, you realize why these things aren't good for you and why other things are, and how to change your life in order to give yourself a good life. And you can do that. I mean, I'm no baby. I'm 77, and I've been doing all these bad things for a long, long time. So, it wasn't easy, but by gee, it was easy once. No, not easy, but it was able to be done once I understood the reasons, the science behind
So
it.
did you feel empowered, Maxine?
Oh, that's the word. That is
Yes.
exactly the word. Now I'm in charge of me. I can actually make a difference to my life. And I have.
Amazing. That is so good. And I love that you've said these words because, that anybody at any age
Oh,
can take control, right?
yep, you're absolutely right. I mean, if I can, and I mean, you hear people say that all the time. If I can do it, anyone can. But honestly, I used to be the biggest sweet tooth, and I love cooking, and I love cakes, and I love all pastas and all the things that aren't my friend. And I know now why they're not my friend. But
Yes.
I didn't before. Now I do. And
Yes.
you know what? I have such a good life now. I'm such a happy little Vegemite. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I love it. So what changes did you make, and just go through a little bit of what struggles you had so that maybe other people can also relate to those.
Yes, giving up bread was my biggie. I mean, toast in the morning with it's not what I put on it. It was the fact that I had the toast. But I love the fact that I can have bacon and eggs and avocado. That's just brilliant. And all the things I can eat are really good. But I learned a lot. All right, I like to cook, so I learned to make um, um, muffins with almond flour,
Yes.
coconut flour, a bit of psyllium husk,
Yes.
and I can use a little bit of coconut oil to mix it up, and then I can flavor it any way I want, and they're just delicious. I make a bread, which has Parmesan cheese in it, and it's just the best thing. If I pop a bit of that in the toaster, once I make it, I cut it into slices and wrap it up separately and freeze it. So I take out one of a morning, but then I'm on the fasting thing now, where I don't eat much before 10:30 or 11 o'clock, which is really good. Sometimes I don't eat till lunchtime, but initially I thought I'll never be able to do that because I'm a real breakfast girl. But you know what? Because I can have a coffee and I can have my lemon water. I come back from my walk, I have my big glass of water, then have a lemon water, have a cup of coffee an hour later, then I get into whatever I have to do, and then I have what I call my brunch, and that keeps me going then until dinner time. But I might have some berries and some yogurt in the meantime.
Yes, yes.
But yes, yeah, it's great.
Excellent. So what changes have you noticed in yourself in the last 6
What
months?
have I changed? What have I know? My energy levels. Now, I train 6 mornings a week. I walk 3 mornings, about 3 kilometres. I go to the gym 3 mornings a week. I'm fortunate to live in an over 50s resort where we have a great gym. So I go to the gym 3 mornings a week. I walk 3 mornings a week. I've got more energy that I know what to do with. But other than that, I've lost 9 kilos now. And, for the last 10, 15 years, I've been trying to lose weight. Nothing worked. This works. Not only is that the case, but I've thrown away my blood pressure medication, which I was very reluctant to do. I was a bit frightened of. But hey, I take my blood pressure regularly and it's perfect. I've thrown away my cholesterol medication. Don't take that anymore. In fact, I don't take anything except a couple of vitamins. And, look at me. I'm great.
I know. And truly, you are such an inspiration, Maxine. And
little old me. And I haven't, I'm just me.
I know. But the fact that this is, I think all women over our age, so over 45, struggle with some of these problems, each and every one of us. Yep. And to be the age, at 77, to have done all of this and made such a huge change to your life, I think is just so inspiring. And it's something for all of us to aspire to,
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, see, I have 2 new little great-grandchildren.
Yes.
And I intend to be around to see those kids get, grow up a bit. And, yes. and if that's not inspiration for wanting to be the best you can be, nothing is.
No, I completely agree. And it's so wonderful. And it's so wonderful to work with people who have this passion for life, because that's what I see in you. And you told me once that you jump out of bed and your family can't believe it because you're just this kind of ball of energy now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. My son came round the other day and he bought me some. He's growing, he lives at Upper Caboolture and he grows these blue bananas and red bananas. And he bought me some bananas. And I said, well, bananas, let me think. Do I have bananas? Yes, I can have half of one of your bananas. He said, Mum, with all the stuff you're doing, you can afford to eat another one. I said, yeah, I know I could. But you know what, mate? Not anymore, I don't. And look at me, I don't need it. I'm good. And he said, I want some of your energy, Mum.
Yeah, good, fantastic. I think a lot of people would like to have some of your energy, Maxine.
Well, I never had it. A year ago, after Noel died, I was a dopey Dora, sitting in the corner, reading a book, watching television, wondering what I was going to do with my life now there was no one to do it with. Well, you know what? There is. And the last thing he would have wanted was for me to sit in a corner and read a book and become a dopey Dora. So here I am being the best me I can be. And I know he would have been proud of me.
I think he would be very proud of you, Maxine. Yes. So, I know that you have a great social life and you're out and about constantly. So you must have girlfriends who say to you, what have you done, Maxine? I want to do. What would you say to them? Just general, somebody's thinking about changing their lifestyle.
I'd say, you know what? Give it a go. If you don't, what's going to happen? Nothing. It's going to be the same. Give it a go. Give it a try. And it's amazing what you can do. I wouldn't have believed I could do this. I would not have believed this could happen for me. But you know what? Thanks to you and your inspiration, it did. It did.
but you did all the hard work, Maxine. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really important to remember. Yeah. So it's great. I mean, I think it's just, I love it. I love, and this is I love this story. I love how people, things change and improve, and imagine getting you off all your medication.
Exactly right. Exactly right. I just wish I'd have had this information when I was 50 or 40 or whatever. But you know what? I'm so damn glad and lucky I've got it at 77, because you know what? Life's too short not to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.